Morning everybody, welcome back to Retromoviezone. Got a couple of films to briefly talk about. First one I want to talk about is this one, Koko Di Koko Da. Where do I start with this one? It's one of those films that is absolutely impossible to categorise. Psycho, thriller, chiller? Nah, not really. Basically, it's a story of a couple that decide to go on a camping trip to get over an awful traumatic event that happened a couple of years ago, hoping that it will bring them back together. And during this camping trip, every night, they're basically assaulted by this trio of what you can only describe as sideshow freaks, nursery rhyme characters from hell. The leader is a guy in a sharp white suit with a straw boater, and he's followed by an freakishly tall girl. She must be 7 foot, and a guy that looks a bit like Andre the Giant, who carries a dead dog around with him. The attacks every night get slightly more vicious. It's pretty awful. It's a brilliant film. It's been described as a cross between Groundhog Day and a film that I saw many years ago called Funny Games, which is as disturbing as hell. And this has got faint echoes of both of those. I've not seen Groundhog Day, but I do know the basic idea of it. And this is a pretty similar thing where this couple are stuck in a kind of a time loop. The girl remembers absolutely nothing from the previous events. The guy, the husband, recalls absolutely everything and is terrified. As I say, it is impossible to categorise this film. It is one of the weirdest experiences I've ever had as far as watching films go. It is strange. It's brilliantly done. I mean, it's a very low budget thing. I wouldn't class it as creepy. It's just strange to the extreme. It's one of those films that you've got to see for yourself to believe. It's beautifully done. Can't deny it's well made. It's just one of those films that I got to the end of it and I wasn't really sure what it was I'd just watched. I get the feeling it's one of those films that would go down very, very well with the Sundance film crowd. They'd love that. I believe it went down quite well at that, and it's been doing the festival circuits and gone down very well. It's certainly worth checking out, as I say. Koko Di Koko Da. It's a Swedish film. It's got subtitles, so if you're not keen on subtitles, avoid it like the plague. But if you're looking for something that is a little bit different, well, completely different from anything you will ever have seen before, I can't recommend it highly enough. Done a lot of work on the website this week. Done 3 reviews. One of them for this 70s classic called Assault. Made in 1971, starring Frank Finlay. Have a read of the review. I'd appreciate any comments that you can put underneath it. It's a 1971 British thriller. It's the kind of thriller that the British used to do extremely well in the early 70s. I'm thinking of films like Revenge, starring Joan Collins, and Soon the Darkness, which was excellent and in the same vein. Just the kind of film that we used to do really well, and I would highly recommend having a look at that. I also wrote a review on Warlords of Atlantis, which is one of my favourite family fantasy films ever from the 70s. It's one of those Edgar Rice Burroughs adaptations starring Doug McClure, who was in pretty much every Edgar Rice Burroughs adaptation in the 70s. The Land That Time Forgot, People That Time Forgot, At the Earth's Core. I think he was at the heart of pretty much all of those, and it's one of my favourite films. I saw it a lot of times at the cinema when it first came out. Again, pretty low budget, but I loved it, absolutely loved it, and still do. Also did a review on a movie called The Night Caller, a 1960s sort of swinging 60s sci-fi black and white chiller alien invasion type thing. I had some very, very vivid memories of the first time I saw that. It scared the hell out of me, but I was only about 8 years old. But I've written a review on that. So, as I say, if you can pop over to the website, just have a read and drop me any comments. I would really, really appreciate it, just to basically let me know that you are out there. I've started reading this, Slade in Flame, an old book I picked up at a charity shop for 50p. I've never seen the film, but I've always wanted to, so with that I ordered that, which what I want to do is finish the book first and then see how the movie compares with it. It's how I like to do things. I always prefer to read the book first and then see how the film turns out. I've also been asked to do a little unboxing. Now, I've had this for quite a while, but this is Close Encounters of the Third Kind 4K Blu-ray Ultra HD collector's box set. So if I just show you the top of that, the top comes off, and inside you've got the DVDs, the Blu-rays and the 4K. Now I haven't gone 4K yet, but this is the first movie I absolutely want to see in 4K when I finally make the leap. It is one of my top 10 favourite movies. I would even put it in the top 3 of all time. I love this film, can't get enough of it, seen it hundreds of times, never get bored of it. And inside this you've also got a little book, which I'll try and show you as best I can. You've got all sorts of sort of photographs and little articles in there. It's a bit difficult to show you like that. Try that, that's a bit better. But it's a nice little collector's book, and that all nicely sits in there. The pièce de résistance, if you can call it that, is this. If I can get it to do it, just bear with me a second. There's a little button somewhere on here. Where's it gone? Where's that button? Oh, there it is. Here we go. You ready? Here we go. Can you hear that? Oh, I'm doing it the wrong way round. Hang on. There you go. I love that. That is like my finest piece as far as Close Encounters goes. I've got various books on the movie, which I'll try and show you at some point. I'm still fairly new to this, so if any of you have got any suggestions on to how I can improve the videos, make them look a little more polished, I'd appreciate any advice you can give me. And anybody that watches the videos, if you like them, if you could give me a nice thumbs up, that would be really appreciated. Also hit the subscribe button. I'm trying to do one a week. If I can hit 2 a week, I will do. Well, that's pretty much it for this week. I'm trying to keep them nice and short because I've been told people's attention span is quite low, like mine. If I'm watching a video, I normally want to get the information I need within a few minutes and not listen to somebody wobbling on for hours. So I'm trying to keep them nice and short. So thanks for joining me. I will see you again very soon, and enjoy your Sunday. See you all. Bye.